Welcome G. Let's start. Today we are discussing about the one specific keyword, the final keyword. So in as a Java language, what are the use of final keyword? Okay, there are multiple use case of this final keyword. So we have to look all the scenario where we can use this final keyword. So let's first talk a theory and then also discuss about the practical. So these are the basically the final keywords are used in the three places. First, whenever you want to define a constant variable is a variable that value are in slice one, and after that you cannot change. Right? So let us example. So here let's we have one class test. Okay, and in this class let's say we have a method like void. So okay, so here you can define any variable like integer x equal to 100. But in this case here, what you can say here is out. Let's a equal to plus a. If let's we have created the object of test object equal to new test. Okay, here you can see object dot. So you are getting the a value is equal to 100. But this method, if this method, so method are able to access a variable, but I want no one to, here it's possible. They can just after that they can change a plus plus, change the value. Okay, if you run it, it will change the value of a. So sometimes you want this value should be not changeable. Always the should be. You can declare this as a final. So whenever you're declaring final, that means this a value is are initialized only once. After that, you cannot change. Even you cannot change or you cannot initialize even a new value. This is not initialized. So this is the one restriction. Cannot assign value to the final variable, right? So in the case of final variable, always just use. So two places. Let's here you can initialize. One might be case here final int x. Okay, and here uh, if you are not assigning the value here at that time they are expecting while the creating of test class object you must initialize the value. Let's integer x. So here you have to initialize this dot x equal to x. Required type int provided int. Okay, yeah, int, right? So there are two scenarios. You can declare any final variable. The general preference way where you are declaring at the date same time you can initialize. Sometime no, I want to initialize while the constructor here I want to set a 550 value plus x. Okay, so you can run it. So any variable you can declare any instance variable you can declare a final. Final is they cannot initialize again. But sometime you can declare variable final without initialization. In this scenario, you have to initialize inside the constructor. If, and if let's say local variable c, you can also declare as a final. Okay, but in the local variable you cannot say this like this. Okay, and you can see again. Let's I want to s out C equal to plus C. So whenever you are going to say, they say कि please initialize. So you have to say C equal to 10. So any final variable can be initialized at once, and after that you are trying to say again C equal to 20, say they just not allow. Okay, here say C might be already have assigned. That means you cannot reassign value, or even you cannot say C plus plus. You cannot change the value. Okay, so these are the some scenario where you can say the final variables are those variable which have only one specific value. You can declare final variable and you can initialize only once. After the initialization, you cannot change or you cannot reassign. So this is the use case of your final. You can declare any class variable or state or instance variable as a final, or even you can declare local variable as a final. After declaration, you have to initialize in the constructor. After initialization, it cannot be changed. So this is the one use case. And second use case is that sometime you want to prevent the method overriding. Okay, so in this scenario, you want to use the prevent class inheritance. So these are the two more use whenever you are creating using final keyword against your class or against your method. That means let's see here. Let's here have a one method public void display. Okay, display, and this have that's one function like just as out like a test display. Test method they have a display function, right? So let us we have another class subclass class subclass just extend your test. So test class can override your display method. Here what are saying, no default constructor. Okay, here we have to add the default constructor, so that key. Okay, so here you can override your display function, and here say instead of just cut here and just paste here. Okay, so this is your subclass display function. Generally, any method declared in your superclass, you can again redefine the same signature in the subclass. This is the method overriding. So sometime I want this display method cannot be overridden. Someone cannot override the definition. So in this scenario, let's here say uh, test. You can say object dot so object dot display, or even you can say obj object equal to, you can assign a new subclass here, and here you can also set display. The same display function, here you can assign subclass, then they are invoking the subclass definition, here they are invoking the superclass definition. So sometime you want your method, display method, or your subclass cannot override this test and subclass and superclass. So in this scenario, you just mark this method as a final. Final. So whenever you are creating, this is the final variable. That means here say display cannot be override. Where this test method is a final method. So whenever you are mark any method as a final, that means this method is not going to overridden in subclass. So this is the second. So here we cannot override. You cannot override your method is a final. That is a good case. And sometime even I want test class, any subclass cannot inherit this test class. Any class cannot inherit. So you can say mark this class as a final. So whenever you say this class is a final, at that time here say test class is a final class, okay, cannot inherit from the final test class. So whenever any class you mark as a final, that means any other class cannot extend your base class. So you cannot even your so so this is the use of final. That means final keyword can be used against the class. That means your class, any other class cannot extend to your class. If you mark any method as a final, that means this method is cannot be overridden in subclass. And if you mark any variable as a final, that means the value cannot reassign or cannot change. If you declare any final variable but not initialize at the time of declaration, then in the place constructor where you can initialize the final value. So this is the majorly three use case of final. That means the final keyword can be used against in the front of any variable name. That means that variable is a constant. That value is not changed only one times initialization. You can also declare final against the method. You can mark any method as final. That means this method is cannot be overridden in a subclass. And if you mark a class as a final, that means this class is not support inheritance. Means you cannot, any other class cannot extend your class. So these are the basic use of final keyword. But as a Java language, sometime enforce by default some things are final as a Java programming language offer you. If you are declaring any variable inside an interface, by default these are static and final. Implicitly you don't need to mention. Let us example. Let us here write. You have to just comment it out. Let's write one interface. Interface 1 in1. Okay, so in this interface you can declare any variable like integer count equal to 100. So this variable is a by default static and final. So here you can simply say interface dot count. You can access. Okay, you can get the final value of your count. Here even this is the instance variable, static variable. You can get from its instance name or class name itself. But if you're trying to say interface 1 dot count, let's equal to 200. So this will say, okay, cannot assign a value to a final variable count. So this is a by default of final. So please be note, whenever you are declaring any variable inside a interface, that means this is the by default final and static, so that if from interface name or class name you can directly access. And similarly, all your enum is a by default final. In record classes also a final. Even a string class also a final. You cannot make any subclass, you cannot make any subclass, you cannot make any subclass. And all the wrapper class like integer class, float class, double class, all wrapper classes also are the by default final. You cannot inheritance, you cannot extend these wrapper classes. One more very important thing, any variable used in a lambda expression should be final or effective final. What it means ki lambda expression, you are writing lambda expression here. In this block, you can use any outside variable in this lambda expression. But lambda expression assume this variable by default should be final or effectively final. Let us example. Let us we have a like runnable. Let's you write one lambda expression like this, and here say s out. Let's here one have a variable in integer b equal to 20. Okay, so here you can use b equal to plus b. You can surely access your b here. Runnable dot run. If you run in lambda expression, you can use any outside of a variable, but this variable by default should be immutable and final. Let's here you are trying to say b plus plus. So here say okay, variable used in a lambda expression should be final or effectively final. That means whatever the variable inside lambda expression you are going to use that declare outside of lambda expression, that should be final, or by default compiler assume this is the final. So please don't, even you cannot modify it or even you cannot reassign the new value. Okay, this is the effectively final. So these are the some key rules. Please be note whenever you are using lambda expression, and if are using some variable that define outside of lambda expression, please be ensure that compiler assume this should be final. Even if you write final or not write final, they assume it's effectively final variable. So these are the some places where as a Java compiler and by default assume this variable should be in the final. Like any variable inside interface, they assume it's the final. Record enum classes, record classes, and even string classes, all the wrapper classes are by default final. You cannot make any subclass. And in the any variable that is not defined inside the lambda expression, that is defined outside of lambda expression, you are trying to use lambda expression assume this variable should be final or effectively final. So these are the some basic use case about the final. So final keyword, you can use the three places, maybe declaring the variable as a constant, marking your method cannot be overridden in subclass, and even you can mark as a class that cannot be support inheritance. So final keyword can be used against a variable is a constant. Final used against a method is cannot be overridden. Final can be used against the class cannot support inheritance. By default, Java compiler assume all the variable declared inside interface is a static and final. All enum, record classes, string classes, and wrapper classes are final classes, so you cannot make inheritance. You cannot make a subclass. Similarly, any variable declared outside of the lambda expression and you are trying to use inside the lambda expression, that variable effectively should be final. So these are some basics point which you have to take care while writing the code. This information might be helpful for you. And this note, I would like to say thank you for watching this video.